first where I would have ever picked dying to Roy's side B at 65, you know, on Smashville. But now I guess that's what's happening.
Yeah, and another thing is there's like a few secondary characters that like everybody can kind of play, or that would be in a setup like that worth learning how to play because they're easy to maintain. And so you just see a ton of representation in like game 2 and 3 of a set of all those characters as opposed to people's mains.
But getting into this set, winners finals here.
We've got high representation and low representation on the screen right now. Nobody plays Sora, but
yeah,
everybody plays Pyra and Mythra.
And gonna be interested to see how this matchup plays, because you've got this floating
the combos.
Yeah, floating balloon combo character against super fast, more rushdowny combo character.
I always get excited when I see someone like Kameme actually pull off those combos in bracket, because I've done them in training mode. It is not easy.
No,
it is shockingly hard.
Making a really great opening here against Shuton, and Shuton still. I'm always interested with the Aegises on the mix between the Pyra, the Mythra. Some people a lot of people really favor Pyra and just don't play Mythra that much. Still sticking on her though, and it's like not.
Oh, that was such a weird set of interactions.
Yeah.
Kameme went for the counter. Shuton waited it out so well, but then doesn't quite get the full hit. Unfortunate.
But then Pyra up air is a really strong move, and she's just going to delete that stock.
We don't need to be clever here. Just throw out aerials. I like all of what Kameme just did to get back on stage. Just everything about that.
Jeez, these are...
Why is he so good at comboing Mythra? He hasn't done this against anybody else all night, just Mythra.
It could be experience. I mean, it could just be the lab experience against this particular character. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone as consistent as him with these combos. Like that, just making it look free.
Oh.
There was a misinput there, I think.
So I think he was going for a different down tilt hitbox to pop him closer so that the up tilt would connect. Because if he gets the up tilt there, then he can jump up air or fair to continue the string. Man, this pressure from Shuton in the corner is so scary. I was talking about this earlier. I feel like Shuton's experience with Olimar makes his Pyra Mythra significantly better. Because too many Pyra Mythra players rely on the character being really safe and kind of broken and just mash buttons on you and don't know what to do if that doesn't work. Whereas Shuton is a lot more calculated and a lot safer with his approach options. Which safe Mythra is just a nightmare to deal with.
Because, yeah, the character already pretty naturally safe, so then if you're also being more technically safe, then it's kind of like, well, what do you even do? I'm, like, just really liking Shuton's mixture of both of the characters, too. Feels very intentional. Sometimes I feel like Aegis players kind of just swap around. They don't really know what they want. And they're like, guess I'll go.
Ooh, speaking of
like
intentional.
That, like, knowing the percentage range to be able to hit that, you know...
What percent was he at before they hit?
I don't know.
Not very
high.
If he died in the 80s, like up smash does probably like 20-something. Down air does 10 to 15. So he would have had to be in the, 50s?
Yeah, well, that's one thing you got to take into account with Sora. Sora is pretty darn light.
Yeah.
So you die in pretty, like, the recovery game, insane. You know, you get back from literally anywhere on the stage. But you're dying pretty early to a lot of moves.
And he's super floaty, so he dies off the top way earlier than a lot of other characters. That's why, fun fact, King DDD is the hardest character to kill off the top because of his fastball mechanics, even though he's not the heaviest.
Interesting. Learn something new every day. That makes sense, though. And obviously, because, you know, he's big boy, very big, heavy boy.
He is very heavy, but he'll live longer than, say, Bowser.
Well, just Shuton's ledge trapping with these just, pick apart little options.
Ooh, the weird landing from Shuton. I feel like that works against a lot of characters, but the side B from Kameme can just go over it. Really good stuff from him.
my
Uppy
God,
gonna close it out. That's a confirm.
Yeah, so I was about to say, are these, I always forget the name of them, schloops, bloops, whatever. Noops, yeah, like, did those work at higher percents?
Yeah, those are real.
They're real, and they're real for kills, too. That just looked just like a straight-up bread-and-butter kill confirm at 100.
Yeah, I think Sora's underrated because of a lot of stuff like that that's just not super well utilized yet.
I'm becoming more of a believer because I have not been a Sora believer, but seeing some of these confirms.
He has so many mix-ups to make it happen as well. Like some of, if not the most, maybe Steve would give him a run for his money, but some of the most mix-up heavy neutral play possible in the entire game.
Yeah, because these you've got these spells that are pretty good. You've got the airspeed.
And
holy
like
crap! Just making these things look easy.
If he hits your shield with Nair 1, you have no idea what he's going to do next. Is he going to hit your shield with Nair 2? Is he going to cross up? Is he going to bounce off? Like
Shuton just found that down air though in like the perfect point, and then having Kameme just fly off in the upper right. That was such a strange kind of way that hit landed, but
makes it real hard to DI though.
Yeah, seriously, I don't think there was any DIing that.
Trying to edge guard Kameme as well. It must be pain for Shuton.
Nice getting out of that combo string with just a single hit of Nair.
Shuton's been really good with the footstool combos tonight. Haven't seen much of it against Kameme yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that comes up later in the set. Okay, great. Juggling from Kameme here, really utilizing that Keyblade well. I feel like up air and back air, I was talking a little bit about this earlier, especially back air, it's kind of like Wolf back air, where if you know how to use it, it's really good, but if you don't, it just feels like trash.
Is that for
both Wolf and Sora?
Yeah, because it's beefy and strong.
That confirm
how many
is so strong.
Yeah, how many stocks? Was that all the stocks? I think it was all of them.
Yeah.
I want to say, so like that reminds me in a way, it's a longer execution check for whenever you land with like the Fox, Nair up smash, which obviously is a bit of an easier execution check. But what we're seeing here is that if you land, it looks like late hit Nair 1. I'm not exactly sure what part of that hitbox, but it just leads into the kill if you don't miss the follow-ups on it.
So the key is, assuming like the character heights and things are right, is as long as Nair 1 can combo into fast fall Nair 2, you're good.
Yeah, and
because
it seemed very, very consistent. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was all 3 stocks.
Yeah. So there's a weird wait. You don't just do Nair 1, Nair 2. It's Nair 1, pause, and then there's like, I don't know, like 2-frame window, 3-frame window, probably, depending on the character, where you have to input the other second hit of Nair as you fast fall, and then the up B will come in.
Dang. So it's just a difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult, but it's super consistent because you've already done one input, so you just have to get the muscle memory for a second input. But that's why you don't see people do nukes and bracket, because you have to do like 2-frame inputs over and over and over. So instead, they just go for the guaranteed stuff.
Shuton really turning this around. That's the thing with Pyra. You could just...
Up B, that was so clever from Shuton.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I definitely haven't seen that before. I didn't know that was a thing.
What a mix-up. And I don't know if it was a thing like in a true sense, but it's a thing in like, it doesn't matter. Like,
you see Kameme's stocks?
Yeah. Clearly was not expecting it.
Okay, here we go. Should have just gone for the bread and butters. You see the reason he didn't go for the up B there was because Shuton was just out of position.
Catching the jump in with the up air. That key hit kind of hard.
Okay, goes for the reset. Oh, that's the Mythra right there. Nice reversal from Shuton, taking advantage of that opportunity.
I wonder if that's going to make Kameme think at all about those strings. Like, if it's just going to be like you, because I mean, like, I don't know if he was mashing the counter, was able to get it out, and it's an execution check on just being able to hit the string perfectly.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be too worried about it unless it happens twice. Because he's been doing that for 2.5 games, and that's the first time that happened. against someone who he presumably plays a lot.
Yeah.
So
Down tilt up air?
Down tilt up air is also true.
Yeah, okay. I'm starting to turn the corner on this character just a little bit. Like, just too many good kill confirms at, like, not very high percents either.
Yeah, I feel like even the kill confirm aren't the key. I think the key is the mix-ups in neutral that are just underutilized. The kill confirms, of course, help, but neutral is so important as this game matures. Neutral characters are going higher and higher up the tier list.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just less and less about kind of, I guess, like, gimmicks or ways to cheese things out.
Like, look at Sheik. People
Right,
said
neutral
Sheik was
monster.
trash, and now she's high tier because neutral's so important.
Oh, I'm loving this edge guard sequence here. And yes, you can recover from anywhere, but goes too
bet
deep.
It all on that. Oh, no.
And honestly, like, you know, like you and I missed that tech, but I think a lot of top players, I think, hit that most of the time. So, like, I think that was just honestly just like a misinput in that, like, just didn't quite react quick enough after the hit to be able to recover, because that was certainly recoverable.
Yeah, I feel like he should have been able to just jump.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what happened there, but really unfortunate for Shuton. But if you're Kameme, you take that.
Oh, yeah, we take those.
This is winners finals, absolutely. Speaking of winners finals, 190 people whittled down to, what, like 6 to 8 left? I guess 6-ish, 4-ish. I don't know how many people are still in this bracket.
Yeah, I have not looked, but and this is just, you know, the beginning of the weekend. So much more crazy matches to come, both tomorrow and on Sunday. This is the appetizer before the main course.
Yeah, this feels like the main event.
Yeah.
This isn't just like regional levels of representation. We have international talent at this event. And there's top players just walking around the venue chilling tonight. They're not even in bracket.
Yeah.
I saw Base Mage, I saw Dark Wizzy, I saw Ouch.
Yeah, Louis Money.
Just hanging out.
That's why the pre-locals are special. It's fun, a little more chill, warm up, you know, get the nerves out, but obviously still a lot of really, really sick competition.
It's also just a great venue.
Yeah. We're in a super, super cool casino hall. Very regal and nice looking.
Regal's a good word for it.
Lots of opportunities to lose all your money if that's if that tickles your fancy.
If you're into that. I saw some people in the group chat talking about some blackjack strategies, we'll call them.
Okay, yeah. Strategies, right.
So I know that there's going to be some of that going on this weekend.
Some GoFundMes get set up after people gamble away their life savings.
I know that strategy seemed pretty good. It was one of those doctors hate them kind of moments.
Doctors hate them. Casinos hate this.
Use this one free trick to get banned from every casino.
Then there's this trick to just down air you through the stage.
It's easy to forget just how big that sword is.
I don't forget it anymore. I just assume it's going to hit because it's freaking... It's like
resets.
Massive.
More resets. F tilt.
The combos.
Oh my goodness. Great stuff from Kameme.
The combo strings on this character just feel very, very like situationally you're able to do like whatever you need them to do because he's ended them with different stuff.
Yeah, it's very expressive because there's a lot of different options and it's based off of, well, do I want to juggle my opponent? Do I want to ledge trap my opponent? Etc. And I find that really fun with the character. Like, I wish I had time to take Sora seriously. He's so cool.
And that's just gonna,
there's nothing you can do.
That's such a huge threat to have that always lingering there. Because, like, yes, that move is not, like, it's, like, somewhat easy to react to, but it's good enough that it's, like, eventually if you're playing neutral, you're gonna get clipped by it.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's just, that as your lose condition is kind of scary to deal with.
Exactly. We could talk about, a lot of people claim that, like, because of the floatiness and some of the weirdness and lack of traditional safeness on Sora's moves, people think his neutral's kind of bad, but I sort of disagree. I think there's certainly matchups where it doesn't work really well and he can kind of get walled out or struggle. But in situations like this, Kameme Showing that Sora neutral really, it goes hard. It can compete with Pyra.
Well, and there's just also those having, like you were saying, not maybe like diet wolf back air, like having some of these big chonky hits that where maybe you don't even need a a big opening for a combo, but you can just land a back air or an up or an F smash